These barrow deeps have remained untouched for nearly 3,000 years. Still, there is no telling what creatures may have taken up residence after we sealed these tunnels shut.
There is nothing to fear in this place. The only enemy that has ever given me pause is now corrupting the lands above us. Let us be done with this business and get back to the surface.
Agreed. Just be careful. There is no telling how the Druids of the Claw will react to us after all this time.
The goddess calls.
Thy bidding.
Ashrathoraman by Elun. I heed the voice of Elun. Someone threatens the wilds. Ashrathoraman. So be it.
In position. Speak your mind.
I heed the voice of Elun. The goddess calls.
Something is amiss.
Ashrathoraman. The goddess calls. By Elun. I heed the voice of Elun. Someone threatens the wilds. So be it. Ashrathoraman. I heed the voice of Elun. Immediately.
These cave spiders are enormous.
I sense a strange darkness tainting them. They have been transformed by a great evil. I heed the voice of Elun. So be it. By Elun.
Has sleep dulled my senses?
Immediately.
Absolutely.
So be it.
For Kalimdor.
Make it fast. Standing guard.
The goddess calls.
What threatens these
Ashrathoraman.
lands?
Immediately. So be it. Someone threatens the wilds. I heed the voice of Elun. Ashrathoraman. By Elun. Immediately. As the goddess wills.
Make it fast.
The land and I are one.
I heed the voice of Elun. Ashrathoraman.
Ashtarodami.
Someone prefers the wilds. By Elun. Immediately. The goddess calls.
Has sleep dulled my senses?
Someone threatens the wilds. The goddess calls.
I am prepared.
Someone threatens the wilds.
Are we being invaded?
Ashrathoraman. By Elun.
Anudora.
The goddess calls. Ashrathoraman. I heed the voice of Elun.
Something is
Ashrathoraman.
amiss. The land and I are one. For Kalimdor. Has sleep dulled my senses? Anudora.
Someone threatens the wilds. Immediately. So be it. As the goddess wills. So be it. As the goddess wills.
Something is amiss.
The goddess calls. Someone threatens the wilds.
I am sworn to avenge. My wait is over.
The goddess calls. So be it. As the goddess wills. By Elune. Immediately.
In position. I shall not fear.
I heed the voice of Elune.
The land and I are one.
Ashrathoraman. So be it.
Threatens these lands. Ashtherodanadol.
The goddess calls. I heed the voice of Elune.
On your mark.
The goddess
The land
calls.
and I are one.
Ashrathoraman. Someone threatens the wilds? I heed the voice of Elune. By Elune. Immediately. Someone threatens the wilds?
These lands.
Ashrathoraman. As the goddess wills. By Elune.
Standing guard.
Someone threatens the wild? Ashrathoraman. I heed the voice of Elune. Ashrathoraman. Someone threatens the wilds? As the goddess wills.
The land and I are one. Has sleep dulled my senses? For Kalimdor.
The goddess calls. I heed the voice of Elune. Someone threatens the wild? I heed the voice of Elune. By Elune. Someone threatens the wilds? Ashrathoraman.
Threatens these lands. Anudora. The land and I are
I heed
one.
the voice of Elune. So be it.
What threatens these lands?
Ashrathoraman. By Elune. I heed the voice of Elune.
Something is amiss.
Ashrathoraman. I heed the voice of Elune. Ashrathoraman. I heed the voice of Elune. The goddess calls. Immediately. As the goddess wills. Demon vial. This must be what cursed the spiders.
If the corruption can do this to these simple creatures, I dare not imagine what it could do to the beasts who live above.
We must put an end to this corruption, no matter the cost. Someone threatens the wilds? I heed the voice of Elune. By Elune. Ashrathoraman. I heed the voice of Elune. As the goddess wills. The goddess calls. Ashrathoraman.
Something is amiss.
The goddess calls.
The land and I are one.
I heed the voice of Elune. Ashrathoraman.
Has sleep dulled my senses?
I heed the voice of Elune. The goddess calls. Someone threatens the wild.
Old priestess, we need your help. Our shaman was bitten by a strange spider and has become deathly ill. Our tribesmen have run off, leaving us to fend for ourselves.
What would you have us do?
The waters of the nearby fountain of life can save him, but we dare not leave him in this state. If you can fill this vial with its waters and return it to us, our shaman's life will be saved.
If his wisdom will prevent you from turning feral like your tribesmen, I will gladly save your shaman. I heed the voice of Elune.
Threatens these lands. Anudora. It shall be done.
The goddess calls. So be it. By Elune. I heed the voice of Elune.
Dulled my senses.
Ashrathoraman. I heed the voice of Elune.
Threatens these lands. For Kalimdor.
Someone threatens the wilds. As the goddess wills.
What is nature's call?
Ashrathoraman. So be it. As the goddess wills. Someone threatens the wilds.
Hi!
The goddess calls. So be it. Immediately. As the goddess wills.
Are we being invaded?
I heed the voice of Elune. Ashrathoraman. This must be the fountain of life. I need only place the vial in the fountain's waters. The goddess calls.
The land and I are one.
Ashrathoraman. I heed the voice of Elune.
Something is amiss. Ashtherodanador. Anudora. For Kalimdor. Ashtherodanador. For Kalimdor.
The goddess calls.
Elune be praised, priestess. Truthfully, we doubted that you'd return. Now our shaman has a chance. Again, I must thank you for your help. Take this talisman. Should you require our aid, it will summon us to fight at your side.
The land and I are one. Anudora. Has sleep dulled my senses? What threatens these lands?
Ashrathoraman. Someone threatens the wilds. The goddess calls. Someone threatens the wilds. I heed the
Has
voice of
sleep
Elune.
dulled my senses?
Ashrathoraman. Immediately. The goddess calls. The pathway cuts off to the south, but this doorway looks promising.
Oh no. How could I have forgotten?
What is behind this door that worries you, my love?
This door leads to Illidan's prison, Tyrande. We should go. Now.
Illidan? It's been 10,000 years. Could he still be alive? We should free him, 퓨리언. He would be the perfect ally against the undead and their demon masters.
No, Tyrande. That beast must never be set free.
But he is your brother.
Be that as it may. He is far too dangerous. I forbid it.
Only the goddess may forbid me anything. I will free Illidan whether you like it or not.
The land and I are one. Something is amiss. It shall be done. The land and I are one. What threatens these lands? Ashtherodanador. The land and I are one. It shall be done. Anudora. Pathetic wretches. Has sleep dulled my senses? The land and I are one. Something is amiss. For Kalimdor. Anudora. It shall be done. Has sleep dulled my senses? Anudora. For Kalimdor. It shall be done. Something is amiss. The land and I are one. Something is amiss. Has sleep dulled my senses? The land and I are one. Torfala Nordora. Anudora. Has sleep dulled my senses? Threatens these lands. The land and I are one. It shall be done. Anudora. For Kalimdor. Anudora. It shall be done. Something is amiss. Threatens these lands. For Kalimdor. Ashtherodanador. Something is amiss. The land and I are one. It shall be done. For Kalimdor. Threatens these lands. The land and I are one. Anudora. It shall be done. Ashtherodanador. Anudora. Threatens these lands. Something is amiss. The land and I are one. Has sleep dulled my senses? It shall be done. Something is amiss. Has sleep dulled my senses? What threatens these lands? For Kalimdor.
Thy bidding for my
Has
brothers.
sleep dulled my senses? Ashtherodanador. Something is amiss. It shall be done. Has sleep dulled my senses? Ashtherodanador. The land and I are one. Something is amiss. Has sleep dulled my senses?
Hi!
What threatens these lands? For Kalimdor, the land and I are one. Something is amiss. The land and I are one. It shall be done.
What is nature's call?
Threatens these lands. Ashtherodanadon,
Is there trouble?
the land and I are one. Threatens these lands. Something is amiss. Threatens these lands. The land and I are one. For Kalimdor, Ashtherodanador. For Kalimdor, it shall be done. Anudora, it shall be done. Something is amiss. For Kalimdor, it shall be done. Ashtherodanador. Has sleep dulled my senses? For Kalimdor,
Enlighten me.
Are we being invaded?
I am prepared.
what threatens these lands? Anudora. The land and I are one. For Kalimdor,
I believe I am prepared.
threatens these lands.
Hi!
Has sleep dulled my senses? The land and I are one. Something is amiss. It shall be done. For Kalimdor,
Is there
the
trouble?
land and I are one. What threatens these lands? Something is amiss. It shall be done.
Let me pass. The Archdruid of the Moonglade demands passage.
Has sleep dulled my senses? For Kalimdor, Ashtherodanador. Something is amiss. The land and I are one.
Turn back. You are unworthy to bask in the bear god's presence.
Bear gods? What threatens these lands? The land and I are one. Has sleep dulled my senses?
Perhaps the creature was referring to the sleeping druids of the Claw. But why would he call them bear gods when they appear as I do?
Is amiss. Threatens these lands. The land and I are one. For Kalimdor, Ashtherodanador.
Foul spawn of Deathwing. I should have known that you loathsome beasts would take refuge within the flames of the earth.
Threatens these lands. Something is amiss. Has sleep dulled my senses? The land and I are one. Something is amiss. What threatens these lands? Has sleep dulled my senses? Anudora. The land and I are one. What threatens these lands? Has sleep dulled my senses? Ashtherodanador.
Thy bidding. I am prepared.
The land and I are one.
Enlighten me.
Something is amiss. The land and I are one. What threatens these lands? For Kalimdor. Has sleep dulled my senses? What threatens these lands? Anudora. Has sleep dulled my senses? What threatens these lands? Ashtherodanador. Something is amiss. The land and I are one. It shall be done. Ashtherodanador. Something is amiss. Has sleep dulled my senses? What threatens these lands? Anudora. For Kalimdor. Anudora. Has sleep dulled my senses? The land and I are one.
Ah, the Druids of the Claw are awake already. Come, my brothers, we have much to do. What in the... They've lost themselves to their animal aspects. They're mindless and feral. The horn's call might work, but it would reach only a few of them in this part of the cavern.
Ashtherodanador. For Kalimdor. It shall be done. Ashtherodanador. Something is amiss.
I am prepared.
The land and I are one. Anudora. Ashtherodanador. It shall be done. Anudora. Ashtherodanador. For Kalimdor. It shall be done. Anudora.
Press the attack!
Enlighten me.
Something is
I am
amiss.
prepared.
The land and I are one. Ashtherodanador. Something is amiss. Has sleep dulled my senses? Anudora. For Kalimdor. It shall be done. For Kalimdor. Anudora. It shall be done.
Out with it.
Something is amiss. Has sleep dulled my senses? The land and I are one. Something is amiss. Has sleep dulled my senses? Anudora. For Kalimdor.
Thy bidding.
The land and I are one. Ashtherodanador. For
Out with it.
Kalimdor.
No one shall be the wiser.
Something is amiss. What threatens these lands?
Enlighten me.
Has sleep dulled my senses?
I am prepared.
What threatens these lands? Anudora. For Kalimdor.
Torfala Nordora.
Ashtherodanador. Anudora. For Kalimdor. It shall be done. Ashtherodanador.
Thy bidding.
Has sleep dulled my senses?
Hi!
The land and I are one. What threatens these lands?
Is there trouble?
Out with it.
What is nature's call?
Something is amiss. Anudora. It shall be done. Ashtherodanador. The land and I are one.
For Kalimdor,
I am prepared. It has begun.
Has sleep dulled my senses? Something is amiss.
That's it.
Has sleep dulled my senses? Anudora. The land and I are one. Has sleep dulled my senses? Pathetic wretches. For Kalimdor, it shall be done. Ashtherodanador. Something is amiss.
Shanto Stormrage. I don't know what came over us. It's been so long since we remembered who we were.
All is well, Theroshan.
I have need of you and your mighty brethren once again. After these many ages, the Burning Legion has returned, and only our combined strength can drive them back.
Then we druids of the Claw are yours to command, Shanto Stormrage.
I cannot go back. Goddess grant that 퓨리언 was wrong.
Your quest is foolhardy. Even your goddess has condemned the one you seek to free.
Ashrathoraman. In the name of Cenarius. O Kalimdor. In the name of Cenarius.
Speak your mind. Seek.
The goddess calls. Ashrathoraman. The goddess calls. I heed the voice of Elune.
In position.
Someone threatens the wilds. In the name of Cenarius. I heed the voice of Elune. As the goddess wills, so be it. Immediately.
Absolutely.
The goddess calls.
Standing
Someone
guard.
threatens the wilds.
Come and get it.
I heed the voice of Elune. As the goddess wills. Anudora! O Kalimdor! So be it. In the name of Cenarius! Immediately.
Waiting on you. Done. All too easy. On your mark. Fair enough. Done. Same.
The goddess calls.
Waiting on you. Done. All too easy. I'll give it a shot.
Someone threatens the wild.
I am sworn to
Ashrathoraman.
revenge.
Someone threatens the wilds. Ashrathoraman. As the goddess wills, the goddess calls. O Kalimdor! By Elune. Immediately. Ashrathoraman. I heed the voice of Elune. By Elune. Anudora! Someone threatens the wilds. Immediately. Ashrathoraman. I heed the voice of Elune. The goddess calls. As the goddess wills. By Elune.
Point the way. Fair enough.
Someone threatens the wilds.
Speak your mind. I shall not.
I heed the voice of Elune. So be it. Someone threatens the wilds. The goddess
Standing
calls.
guard.
By Elune. So be it. As the goddess wills.
On your mark.
I heed the voice of Elune.
Point the way.
Ashrathoraman. By Elune. So be it. As the goddess wills. So be it. Immediately. Someone threatens the wilds. Hinduli Refa. So be it. By Elun. Anudora. So be it. By Elun. Immediately. By Elun. So be it.
Make it fast. My
Masha
work is
Thoraman.
over.
The goddess calls. Ashra Thoraman. By Elun. The goddess calls. So be it. As the goddess wills. Someone threatens the wilds.
I am sworn to
The
avenge.
goddess calls. So be it. Someone threatens the wilds. I heed the voice of Elun.
Waiting on you.
Make it fast.
the way.
Someone threatens the wilds.
As the goddess wills.
Ashra Thoraman.
I shall not fear.
Someone threatens the wilds.
I am
Ashra
sworn to
Thoraman.
avenge.
The goddess calls.
In
I
position.
heed the voice of Elun.
Absolutely.
Someone threatens the wilds.
Waiting on you. Say no
Ashra
more.
Thoraman. Hinduli Refa. As the
Make
goddess
it
wills.
fast. I am
The goddess
sworn to
calls.
avenge.
I heed the voice of Elun.
In position.
So be it.
Make it fast.
Ashra Thoraman.
I am sworn to avenge.
I heed the voice of Elun.
Make it
Ashra
fast.
Thoraman. I heed the voice of Elun.
Speak your mind. Standing guard.
Someone threatens the wilds. Anudora.
I am sworn
The goddess
to avenge.
calls. By Elun. Immediately. As the
A
goddess
cache of the
wills.
Watcher's weapons. These should help us considerably.
So be it.
Standing guard. In position. I am
Someone
sworn to
threatens the
avenge.
wilds.
Speak your
I
mind.
heed the voice of Elun. The
Standing
goddess
guard.
calls.
I am sworn to avenge.
Ashra Thoraman.
Make it fast.
I heed the voice of Elun.
Death!
Standing
The
guard.
goddess calls. I heed the voice of Elun. Someone threatens the wilds.
Speak your mind.
The goddess calls. I heed the voice of Elun.
Make it fast.
Ashra Thoraman.
Standing guard.
By Elun. I heed the voice of Elun. As the
Speak
goddess
your
wills.
mind.
The goddess calls.
Make it fast.
I heed the voice of Elun.
Speak your mind.
The goddess
Standing guard.
calls.
Anudora.
So be it.
I am sworn
I
to
heed the
avenge.
voice of Elun.
Seek.
Ashra Thoraman.
In
The
position.
goddess calls. Someone
Standing
threatens the
guard.
wilds.
In position. I am
I heed the
sworn
voice
to
of Elun.
avenge.
Ashra Thoraman.
Standing guard.
Immediately.
Make it fast.
I heed the voice
On your
of
mark.
Elun.
I am sworn to avenge.
Waiting on you.
Make it
Ashra
fast.
Thoraman. I heed the voice of Elun.
Speak your mind.
Someone threatens the wilds.
I am
The
sworn
goddess
to
calls.
avenge.
So be it. By Elun. Immediately. By Elun. As the goddess wills. So be it.
Make it
I
fast.
heed the voice of Elune. The treants move to block my path. Only a powerful druid could command such creatures.
Standing guard.
Someone threatens the wild.
Out the way. Same.
I am
I heed the
sworn
voice
to
of Elune.
avenge.
Someone threatens the wild.
Make it fast. Speak your
I
mind.
heed the voice of Elune.
Standing guard.
Ashrathoraman.
Speak your mind.
Someone threatens the wilds. The goddess
Standing
calls.
guard. In position.
Ashrathoraman.
Make it fast. I walk in shadow.
The goddess calls.
Your move.
I am sworn
Point
to
the way.
avenge.
I heed the
Standing guard.
voice of Elune.
Speak your mind.
Ashrathoraman.
I am sworn to avenge.
The goddess calls. Someone threatens the wilds. I heed the
Standing
voice
guard.
of Elune.
I am
The
sworn
goddess
to
calls.
avenge.
By Elune. As the goddess wills.
Speak your mind. I am
I
sworn
heed the
to
voice of
avenge.
Elune. The goddess calls. By Elune. In the name of Cenarius! O Kalimdor! Hinduli Refat!
Make it fast, as the goddess
I
wills.
heed the voice of Elune. These explosive devices look to be of goblin design. The wily creatures must have hidden them here long ago. No matter. I'll make good use of them. The voice of Elune.
Speak your mind.
Ashrathoraman. Immediately. By Elune. So be it. By Elune. Immediately. So be it. As the goddess wills. So be it. By Elune. So be it. As the goddess wills. So be it. By Elune. As the goddess wills. So be it. As the goddess wills. Immediately. As the goddess wills. By Elune. As the goddess wills. The goddess calls. By Elune. So be it. By Elune. Immediately. As the goddess wills. Immediately. As the goddess wills. Immediately.
Make it fast.
I heed the voice of Elune. Ashrathoraman. Someone threatens the wilds.
In position. I am sworn to avenge.
The goddess calls. Someone threatens the wilds.
Speak your
By
mind.
Elune.
In position.
I heed the voice of Elune.
Make it
The
fast.
goddess calls.
My weight is
Someone
over.
threatens the wilds.
I walk in
Ashrathoraman.
shadow.
Someone threatens the wilds.
Speak your
I
mind.
heed the voice of Elune.
Make it
Someone
fast.
threatens the wilds.
I am sworn to avenge.
The goddess calls.
On your mark. Line up.
Someone threatens the wilds.
In position.
I heed the voice of Elune. In the name of Cenarius! So be it. By Elune.
I am sworn
The
to
goddess
avenge.
calls. Ashrathoraman. Immediately. As the goddess wills.
Speak your mind.
The goddess calls.
Standing
Someone
guard.
threatens the wild.
Speak Speak your
The
mind.
goddess calls.
Hold,
I-
priestess. This place is forbidden, even to one such as you. There is a terrible evil here that must remain chained beneath the earth.
Illidan was considered a great hero once. I believe he will become one again.
Madness! You would doom us all by freeing the betrayer.
Make it fast.
Someone threatens the wilds. I heed the voice of a loon.
Standing
Someone
guard.
threatens the wilds. I heed the voice of a loon.
I am sworn to obey.
The goddess calls.
Speak your mind. In position.
Ashutoramna. I heed the voice of a loon.
Standing guard. Make it fast.
Illidan, is that you?
Tyrande, it is your voice. After all these ages spent in darkness, your voice is like the pure light of the moon upon my mind.
The Legion has returned, Illidan. Your people have need of you once more.
Because I once cared for you, Tyrande, I will hunt down the demons. But I will never owe our people anything.
Then let us hurry back to the surface. The demon's corruption spreads with every second we waste. 퓨리언은.
It has been an eternity, brother. An eternity spent in darkness.
Illidan. You were sentenced to pay for your sins. Nothing more.
And who are you to judge me? We fought the demons side by side, if you recall.
Enough of this, both of you. What is done. My love, with Illidan's help, we will drive the demons back once again and save what is left of our beloved land.
Have you even considered the cost, Tyrande? This betrayer's aid may doom us all before the end. I will have nothing to do with this.